Shearer Bridge, about January 25th. We're just going the bridge down there, and we're just going through basically the sequencing. So we've already had a toolbox meeting done, or we've got our barriers and all our construction signage in down there. We've got some construction signage behind the truck. I'll just show you. So basically the site's all set up, caution signs and everything else, and so stop, danger, keep out, hard hat, safety boots before entering the construction site, visual impression in progress, absolutely no entry. Safety ladder sitting there, extra safety rope there, marine there. So what we're going to do is just basically show you the sequence of this. There may be a little wind in the background, but first thing is paperwork. So emergency response plan for every site. So that's the first thing we got there. I won't zoom in too far on them, but general idea. And that gives us helicopter landing zones, all the emergency numbers for spills, for, you know, if there's an emergency, how far ambulances away, and all those kinds of things. Noreen's going to stand over here and put her hand on them as I hand them out, or move them over. Okay, next, fall protection checklist. So we have a checklist here all the way down it. And that document goes to engineering, design, type of lifelines, whole 9 yards. Things we need on the site. Copy of the letter of authority to do this bridge, issued from Natural Resources, and that's LOA 13026. This is a fall protection work permit, so we're going to go back to that in just 1 second. I'll put my glove on that one. The communications plan for Paradise, we have to have that because where we're working. And this one here, this is our job hazard assessment. This is our Form 03, and an 03 is designed to give you a complete list of everything that may be happening on the bridge. It's got the weather, it's got the date, it's got the fall arrest plans, what we're doing. Got a demolition section you can see here, so it says we're taking out timbers, whatever the case may be, right? All the way down the form. Then it lists all your different safe work practices. So over on this side, if you were whatever lockout tagout procedures, if you're using a skid steer, whatever the case may be. On the next side you've got your reciprocal safe work practice. So a safe work practice would then explain to you how to do the job. So there's a list there of about 40 that we have to adhere to for this particular bridge. And this lists any problems like animal feces, or if there's bears in the area, or dogs or whatever. And a quick description of the bridge, pictorial, that kind of thing. Photo log. Yeah, that's a 03. Toolbox meeting record, so we have that signed and everything by everybody present, saying we've had a toolbox meeting and discussed what we're going to do today. We have a first aid assessment worksheet for Shearer here, so that tells us, is it typical of the industry? Yes. What kind of injuries we could expect, what kind of first aid kit we got going in the whole 9 yards, what we need, remote site, trauma bags, whether or not there's good cell phone coverage, how far to an ambulance, all that good stuff. Next one, fall rescue, our fall arrest rescue plan, so that explains how we were going to do this timber work and what we need to for winching and stuff for rescue. Here's our fall protection safe work practice procedure for below 7.5 meters, as you can see right there. So that explains the fall arrest gear we need on this bridge. Then we have our certifications, so that gives you your fall arrest certification, that type of thing. There's Marines up there, mine, that kind of thing. Plus your St. John's ambulance cards and whatever else. Safe work to practice 08 for fall protection is included in the documents. Harness inspections, so we did a harness inspection. This one's for Noreen's harnesses, as you can see, and it was originally put into service on August 1st, and then you have your inspection sheet with all your monthly inspections. We make sure all that's up to date and signed in the whole 9 yards, and it is. There's also a protection package for her In this case, for her lanyard, my lanyard, all those are same thing. Okay. And the date they were approved and inspected. This is a sequencing document here that is safe work practice and hazard assessment for this job. Explains what portion of the job you're going to be doing. Whether that starts with widening out the access using loppers, take some limbs out of the way, you might get cuts and scrapes, what kind of PPE you're supposed to be wearing, that kind of thing. Then we have here original bridge assessment, secondary, and then we have the bridge plans. Now back to, we've went through our whole fall protection scenario. The work permit, or the fall protection permit, sitting here. Next step here, somewhere we had a pen, I don't know where it went. It's on the ground here, got it. Okay, we're gonna get Noreen to put those down for a sec. Okay, Noreen, just stand over here. Just stand over there for a sec on the grass there. Stand on the grass there. Okay. So what we have to do now is we have to check, make sure Noreen's fitted out properly for this before we can. Right now, if you turn, I'll go around the back of her for one sec. You'll see she has a red tag right now. So that red tag indicates she hasn't been inspected. She needs a green tag before she's allowed on the bridge. I'm just going to take that off for one sec. That's her red card. Okay, first things, we're going to make sure the D-ring is secure. We're going to check that this particular harness has been inspected. We're going to look for an inspection tag on it. And we have it right there. It does say Andrew on it, but Noreen's wearing it. And it's initialed each time it's inspected, and it's current. We're going to make sure that all her carabiners she's using, they're all numbered. So they have a separate inspection sheet. We're going to make sure the lock gates turn. All of them, they have to be double locking, meaning you have to turn it and then push it spring loaded. Those two are. These two are. That one has a turnstile, so they have to have two mechanisms to lock them, so they all pass. Then we're going to make sure she's got it on properly, and yes, she does. We're going to look for our after inspection, which is that yellow tag. Then we're going to look right here, and this says protector. Okay, and we're just going to make sure there isn't a pink tag hanging out. That would indicate that the thing has been actually come to its end and been used recently. So that passes. If either of these indicators right here are out or pulled straight, it means the harness has come to its end. Same thing, they're good. We make sure that these are fastened on. We make sure that both, she's using two retractable lanyards. So we make sure, we pull them out, make sure they're good, and they go back in smoothly and everything else. And again, that they're inspected, so inspection tag good on that one. This one comes out smooth. And then we check and make sure inspection tag's good on that one. Okay, then we turn her around. Now, got to make sure she's got a Karen's helmet on. That's the next thing, because she's going to be doing some work. She needs some eye protection. She's got double eye protection, she's got goggles on. Because we don't have good cell phone reception here, we checked the cell phones in the truck. We know it works sporadically sometimes here, so we also have Spot. So she presses that, you can see it's got a button. It says 911, the troops come, or it's okay, or she needs help. The other thing we have to do, just take 1 second here to do, is we do a radio check and make sure her radio works. So first of all, on alarm, and make sure she can hear me. You heard me? Okay, so that's good too. So we got that done. So that means that Noreen is ready. The other thing is we have to make sure because she's on a bridge, that she has a chin strap on her helmet. So she's done that. So she is good to go. So that means we can unlock her. And the good thing is this is back to her, so she can't see what the combination is, but I won't tell you. But anyway, she has a lockout device on the back where she would normally be hooked up. So what we do, we can unlock that now. One sec. Take the lockout device off. That means she's legal to go on the bridge. And then we'll set the camera down for 1 second here. So, she now has a green tag on the back of her harness. That means she's allowed on a bridge. So, the next step after that then is we sign off. And she comes over here and I get her to sign. So this is all a reviewed our Follow Us plan. And it's reviewed by Rick Jakes. And signed by me, and then she's going to print her name right there. And then she's going to sign it. And January 24th. All that goes back on the dash. She's going to do that for me while we head over to the bridge. And on to just put it all back in. That's so that the emergency plan is on top always when we're finished.